Guarantee what I'm about to say to you, nobody's ever told you before. Your pricing has nothing to do with strategy. And in fact, that's why you're stuck. That's why you're overwhelmed, because we're overthinking that there's got to be some strategy in order to price my offers. The reality is your pricing is everything to do with your being. This universe doesn't give a shit how hard you work. You are not rewarded for effort. You are rewarded for being truly you. But this goes beyond fluffy clouds and bunny rabbits. Let's high five because you're worth it. This is step-by-step proven in the field. By the way, my name is Pete Scott. I'm a sales transformation expert. The biggest brands on planet Earth bring me in to completely transform their sales. So if I can do it for them, I can do it for you. And I've worked with quite literally thousands of individuals over the years, and they've gone from not being able to charge even $50 to charging thousands, and doing it in a way where it's effortless, where they're within their frame, they feel calm, and they do it with complete certainty and confidence. But we need to know pricing is not about strategy. It's much more about, and you're going to find out in this video, number one, trusting yourself. This entrepreneurial journey is a trust exercise. And when we don't trust ourselves, that shows up in our pricing, and our clients and our market feel that from us. Oh, they're lacking confidence because they're not pricing properly. Being the cheapest is not a great reason for somebody to buy. Number two, your identity, quite literally who you are, is what you're getting in this world. Your inner world becomes your outer world. And number three, your energy. Your energy goes out with the products and services that you sell. Your energy is in the price that you charge. Let's go through step by step what I work through with my clients and help them to shift from this fear, this anxiety when it comes to pricing from total certainty and a place of calm. Pricing is spiritual. Your price is a mirror of who you are. So stop right now. Share in the comments below. What does your current pricing say about you? What are you saying to your current clients? Are you saying, hey, I am the authority in this niche area. I am the one you want to be working with. Or are you saying, you can pick me, or you can pick all the thousands of other options you've got out there in the world. I'm not asking you to bullshit this, because if you go and charge high tomorrow, just because you've seen a video on YouTube and you think, charge high because I'm worth it, that's going to be completely out of alignment as well. This is all an energy game, and this is deep psychological and energetic work that we're doing. Your price equals your energy. Your price tells the world how you see yourself. If you've not shared in the comments yet, do it right now, because I want this to be an interactive exercise. Don't consume and watch this passively. Write it down, because when you ink it, you make it a reality. We start to commit to that change in our business and in our life. It is not just numbers. It's identity. Have you noticed that we all live in patterns in our life? We seem to repeat the same lessons year after year. We date the same kind of people. We end up with the same kind of problems again and again. And it's only when we start to truly live a conscious life and from who we are on the deepest level that our entire life can change. But you're not going to outthink this. You're not going to strategize your way into a better pricing position. It starts with understanding it's not just numbers, it's who you are, your identity. The problem is with undercharging. I've tried to do my best image here of a vacuum or a Hoover, as we say in the UK. Most people price from fear. That's why they charge the same as everybody else in their industry. They try and charge cheaper than everybody else. Maybe I can be a bit more competitive and show I'm not very good. I charge less because I'm really not good at this. And unfortunately, when you charge from fear, doubt creeps in. You end up with a mentality of lack. All of this comes from lack. And then, because you're not making enough money, you believe the harder you work, the more money you'll make. And that's why you're in this never-ending Groundhog Day, this hamster wheel of hustle culture. And you become a vacuum for all the bullshit, all the sort of clients that you don't want, because you attract what you project. What you put out to the world is quite literally coming back in your reality. And there is a big cost of playing the game small. If you're wondering, Pete, how do I change all of this? You need to play a bigger game, and it starts today. It starts with your psychology. It starts with shifting the identity. And if you're not sure how to do this, make sure you've clicked the subscribe button, because I literally talk about this every single day on my channel. Or go one better, join my community, because this is a universe of being. You need to shift into that identity and also doing. Yes, we can sit and be like, hey, I am the person I need to be, and attract what I want into my life. And I truly believe in that. But also the reason why we have a physical world and we have physical bodies is because it's a doing universe. So we need to also follow the tangible steps. In sales, in pricing, in business, we need to make sure we're on point with both of these energies and bring it together. The cost of playing small is going to hit pricing objections. The funny thing is, the less you charge, the more you're going to get pricing objections, because people don't actually believe in you. If I was to say to you, there's 2 personal trainers. The first personal trainer is super cheap. They charge 20 bucks an hour. But the second personal trainer, they are expensive. They are premium. In order to even get a booking with this PT, you've got to invest a minimum of $8,000, but they charge anywhere up to $30,000. You might immediately push back and say, I can't afford them, that's not for me. But which personal trainer do you believe is the better personal trainer? When we charge more, our clients automatically see more value, because what I forgot to tell you is that they're both the same personal trainer. The $20 and the $8,000 one is the same person, but they've made a decision to charge more money. And yes, this is a much deeper topic. We can't just up our prices tomorrow. When we start doing this deeper work, it's amazing how everything starts to change. Our body language, our tone of voice, our eye contact, because you quite literally grow into the amount that you charge. So when you charge small, you grow into these anxieties, the overwhelm, not feeling valued. And the problem is you get very needy, because obviously you need the money. And when you need the sale more than the client needs the help, the client will unconsciously or consciously, they'll feel this energy from you and they'll say, whoa, this person's really desperate, and they're going to instantly lose trust in you. You need to get to a point where you don't give a fuck. You don't even need the money, because you know each sale is worth thousands of dollars to your business. You only need one sale a month to make sure everything's covered. At 3 sales a month, you're earning treble the money that you've ever earned in your life. At 10x per month, you're making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars per year. Can you see how this works? And funny enough, pricing is not a linear journey. It's not the harder I work and the more experience I have, the more I can increase my price. It doesn't work that way. Pricing has so much more to do with what we're talking about today. How you show up, your identity, the energy that you're putting out there. The reason why people are going to buy from you is not because they know, like, and trust you. The reason why they buy from you is because they trust you. That is the outright thing that matters. And the only way they can trust you is if you are within your calm, because most people, they're all over the place. I've been saying this a lot recently. This world doesn't need more experts, it needs more leaders. You don't need to be a worldly leader, but in your area, you've got to have your shit together, because otherwise we're going to be hitting price objections. Again, this neediness is going to come across. And if you ever notice that when you undercharge, that's when you get the refunds. When I started out as a personal trainer, I got nothing but refunds. I got nothing but price objections. I couldn't sign a single client. Why? I was stuck in low vibration, low value psychology. I believed the story that I'm only 21 years old. Why would anybody ever invest with me? And it took somebody to sit down with me and say, Pete, it doesn't fucking matter that you're only 21 years old. You're in great shape, you communicate well, you've got great energy. If somebody's to work with you over a period of time, say 90 days, would you not help them to completely transform their body? And I was like, yeah, of course. They're like, well, you need to start focusing on that transformation that you create. And from there, that's when the shift happened. And I'm not just saying this, it happened overnight. I went from not being able to sell a thing. The following day, I generated $5,000 in revenue with just a few clients. Unreal. I'd never made $5,000 in 3-4 months. I made it in one day. This is the shift that we can make. Price from who you are, not from your fear. Up until now, be honest. Have I been pricing from fear? Because if that's the case, that is you living the fake version of you. Again, I'm not telling you to up your prices overnight and charge thousands. There is deeper work that needs to happen here. This is a nuanced topic. But if you're pricing from fear, that's why you're not getting what you want. That's why you're stuck. Who is the real you? And the next layer of this, price from who you are, how you change your clients' lives. I always say that I'm not in this game to simply do sales training, do YouTube videos. I'm in this game to change lives. So therefore I charge accordingly. Now, I'm not entitled that I believe that somebody's life is going to change because of me, but I do believe because of the sales transformation they create and how they're able to charge thousands for their expertise and go and get clients and work with them and win all of their time back, their life might transform as a result of that. And this confidence only comes from removing yourself from the noise, realizing you're not this avatar that's running around the world going, I can't do this, I can't achieve it, I'm overwhelmed. No. You're the observer of self. And when you zoom out from who you are and see as the observer, you start to identify the bullshit and the life that you've been living that is the fake you versus, wow, this is the real me. I'm calm, I'm confident, I've got great body language, I'm not overwhelmed. Even when I get overwhelmed, it doesn't matter because that's part of life. And I know that I create this change for my client. Can you see how all of this works? But if you're identifying as this useless human being that is easily stressed out, well, that's just an act that your avatar is playing. Create separation between the real you, the observer, and the avatar of you. Let's go deeper with this. It is time for an inner upgrade. There is an old you. I hope they can afford it. Can you hear that language? And it sounds something like, I hope they can afford it. Nobody's going to buy when we're coming from that low value psychology. I feel guilty for charging more. See, this is the biggest thing I hear from clients when I first start working with them. It makes no sense to sell from your own wallet. Why would you feel guilty about changing someone's life? In order to help somebody, then you need to be able to sell. It's not about extracting more money from somebody. It's about creating life-changing value, being there for them, supporting them through their journey. What a fucking amazing relationship that you can have with your client. Don't be in this game because you think, oh, I've got to take money. No, it's all a value exchange. Not that I believe in guilt at all, but if you're going to feel guilty for anything, feel guilty for undercharging and not charging enough money. I can charge so much more for the fact that I have such an impact on somebody's life. What if they say no? Well, what if they say yes? What if you've got clients already that want to work with you, that would love for you to help them transform, but you're just not making the offer? That's the old you. We're going to remove that language today. I trust the right people will find me. How much you charge is the qualifier. Do not lower your prices for your clients in the market. Upgrade your clients, and then you will grow into the confidence, the certainty, the calm of that individual who charges properly. I price from alignment, not fear. I think that says it all. I help to transform my clients' lives. These are the truths. Over here, the old you, this is the lie that we've been living. Create the separation, realize that we are infinite. Pricing is a spiritual game, far more than focusing on strategy. But before you sell, money responds to energy, not effort. I had to have a word with myself just recently, and by the way, you need constant reminders of all of this because that fake version of us is always calling in the background just to keep us safe. And sometimes you've got to quieten that voice down and say, that is not the real me. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you trying to protect me. I'm safe, I'm all good. But I've had this recently where I've been working like crazy and I enjoy the work, but then I thought, hold on, let's just step back for a moment. Am I putting in too much effort? I need to shift to a place of flow. Remember, when you try to force everything, nothing works. When you shift to a place of flow, everything works. And I actually filmed this entire video earlier and I was forcing it. It just didn't feel like me. I was overcooking the whole thing because I've moved house recently. I'm in this new setup, which I love. I was overthinking that this has got to be an amazing video because it's one of my first videos in my new home. None of it matters. Step back, observe what's happening with yourself and price from a place of flow. Finally, clients buy your energy. What energy is your current price saying about you? Write down a different number that gets you excited, where you say, I will change. I'm going to step into this. I'm going to hold better eye contact. I'm going to have the body language. Forget all the things you're going to have. I used to believe that it was a material world, that I'm going to have a new car. I'm going to have all of these holidays. But then when I stepped back from it, I thought none of that actually fucking matters. I mean, it's great doing the work that we love and being true to ourselves is fundamentally all that counts. I'll talk about all of this in so much more depth, but just make sure you're subscribed to this channel or go one better. Join my community where you've got an infinite amount of resources, support. You can ask me questions directly because I believe that it's time for you to grow into the amount that you want to charge, not grow into the amount that you've been charging because you've been pricing from a place of fear. You got this. Thank you for watching and I'll see you tomorrow.